I must say, Christmas morning, seeing this church, looking out and seeing all of us here together, parishioners, loved ones, family, extended family, visitors. As a young man, a priest, spiritual father, it fills my heart to see us here together. It's Christ who has brought us here. And that's a wonderful thing, to see how Christ brings people together. For us just to think on that, this Christmas, what is it that brought me to church? What has brought us together? And then to think that Christmas, the first Christmas in that little town of Bethlehem, why is it that he came? What brought him to us? And finally, there can be some heaviness even in the midst of these days, this season of joy and hope. How is it that some of those who are nearest to us, who we care most deeply about, who we most want to be here with us today, in fact, aren't able to be with us here today? Say this Christmas, I've been overwhelmed with Christmas cards in the mail and being handed. I'm still working, on opening and enjoying. But so many wonderful family pictures. Moms and dads, kids, grandmas and grandpas, great-grandmas and great-grandpas, fiancés, friends, pictured together. What a wonderful thing that is. Many of us probably saw the bulletin that was for this past weekend. It included 3 of my own family pictures from Christmases past. And I'd say it was pretty cool. I was surprised. One of these I found was a picture, me, my brother, and my sister in front of the Christmas tree. And my family sent this out 1993, So this has been going on, sending these pictures and cards. And then there was one from when I was 12. That was with a bunch of my cousins in my grandma's basement, Christmas Eve. And then finally, included one with my mom and my dad, and again, my siblings, from when I was in college. And for our family, growing up, it was always Christmas Eve that we would come to church. We'd try to find or go to the earliest Mass that was at our parish church, getting all dressed up. And we'd always plan to be there early. You had to get there early if you're going to sit inside the church. But inevitably, I think pretty much every Christmas, we were standing in the back. Or we might even be pushed off to an overflow room, even farther back. But that was so we'd go to church and we'd be able to go to my grandma and grandpa's home, their basement on St. Paul for extended family gathering. Aunts, uncles, cousins coming to together. I say this in so many ways, I think, is why we love this Christmas. It's the immense joy that we come together to be together with those we love. But let me tell you, more and more, I've come to know and to feel this can be the same reason that there's a sadness that can accompany this season. When not everyone who once was there, who once were in our pictures, sitting next to us in church with us in our gatherings, are able to be present. 2 evenings ago, I had the opportunity to be with family. We made an adjustment going from the 24th to the 23rd. It was, for me, very emotional because it was the first time in nearly 2 years, so since February 2020, that we had all come together in one place. And even further, not just the time, but the fact that the picture has changed. You know, in many of our life circumstances, perhaps our family picture has changed. The reason we came together in that February 2020, almost 2 years ago, was for a funeral for my cousin Michael. He was just 28 years old, and he had died of brain cancer. But my friends, this is the very reason that Christ came into our world. The very reason that this season can bring with it sadness because of separation that we feel, we grieve with those we love, is at the same time the very reason and source of our hope and joy. That our God has come into this world to end division, to give the hope that one day there will not be any separation. Christ, he came into this world once and for all to bring us together, to once and for all provide the way for us to be together forever without end. He came to save us. He came to that little town of Bethlehem precisely because in this world we face separation from sin and from death. That's the good news of Christmas, the greatest joy. That while here on earth for this time being, we experience that sin, even death, separation, that our God came to provide the way to eternal communion. That is what we celebrate. That's the picture one day that we all long for, the reunion, the coming together once and for all, forever. So how appropriate that beautiful hymn that we had sung the beginning of this Christmas Mass. O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye, with those who have gone before us, with all of heaven. O come to behold him, Christ our Lord.